Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich, this is RR37 and back once again with the Roma Rebrand career mode here in FIFA 21. Today we've been picking up straight where we left off from the last episode. The 3-0 win, I believe it was, against Spezia. As you can see there, we are coming up to deadline day and we are top of the league at the moment. We have learned a lot already this season. For those of you who haven't saw, we've won the pre-season tournament. We got absolutely embarrassed by Inter Milan in the Italiana Supercoppa, but we come back with a penalty shootout win against Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup, and we've won our first 2 games of the season. So all in all, it's been a really good start. We're going through deadline day now. Now, for us, again, for those who haven't been following from the beginning, I suggest really going back to the beginning because everything's explained in a lot more depth there. But we can't bring any players in at the moment. We don't have the facilities, the staff to scout players or any of that stuff. That will come later on. So for us, really, the sooner this transfer window closes and this deadline day is over, the better, because now, we've got to be entertaining offers. We're a selling club at the moment, whether as the manager, from the manager's point of view, we like that or not, that is what the situation is. And we're trying to come at this career mode from a point where we've invested our money into the club, so we're running the club, and also we are, of course, manager as well. So we're trying to do things on and off the pitch to improve the club. And the phase at the moment where we are is a selling club, and Mkhitaryan now could be leaving us as well. We've lost a lot of players, which again we'll look at later during this first part of the season. We've got a strategy in mind with our academy at the moment that we're trying to bring young players through. We're trying to develop them with the end goal of probably selling them and moving on for profit so we can build the club further and further up. Or if they are really, really special, maybe we keep them and we build a squad around them when we can. But for now, we are in the phase of our development where we are a selling club. We don't really have many of the first team players that we had last season left to sell, to be honest. So yeah, it's not looking bleak because we're top of the league at the moment. The first 2 games that we've played, I believe the first one was Bologna and we won that one. Like I say, the second one I'm pretty sure was a 3-0 win against Spezia. Oh man, Spinazzola could be on his way out again. This is the second offer we've had for him now, as you can see. Mourinho wasn't willing to pay what I was asking for him. I really do not want him going to Napoli. This is a really tough one. We're not at the point at the moment, like I've just said, where we can really not entertain these offers. But yeah, I really don't want him going to Napoli. Of all clubs, not Napoli. They're strong enough already. They're kind of our bogey team. They've become almost the main rival in this series, really. So yeah, we still have to take this offer seriously though. This again is above the manager's head. We have to entertain these offers, and this time there is no Spurs was offering other players, I believe. I might have that wrong, and we didn't want that. We wanted the straight up cash, and now it's up to Napoli whether they're going to pay what we're asking for him as well, which they are. Oh my life, we could be selling a player to Napoli. Oh no, not Napoli. Please, Spinazzola, do not go to Napoli. We've got an hour left, so we'll find out soon, right? We might still have him at least until January by the looks of this, unless he's just gone now. Oh, this could be a really somber way to start the episode, you know. Or it could be really, really positive because he himself has chosen not to go to Napoli. Oh, that is huge for us. Absolutely huge. We've got another scout report here now for young players. See if we can pick anyone up. Coppola looks quite decent in his potential. Not too sure on the overall, but we'll give him a go. We don't need any goalkeepers at the moment. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh wow, what on earth was I thinking when I was doing that? That last but one player there looked a really good prospect. We've already got Basile, something like that, in the academy. Coppola now, 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, high attacking work rates already. This guy looks really, really decent. Do we get him on? Yeah, we do, I think. We could be training him into the box-to-box player and then leave D'Angelo as more of the creative one for the real future when Veritout and that start probably going away, or Pellegrini, or if he could naturally get to a point where he surpasses them and he becomes second choice and then first choice. That opens up options. This is what the league looks like though at the moment. We've had 2 3-0 wins then. I couldn't off the top of my head remember the Bologna result, but 3-0, I'm pretty sure guys it was 3-0 against Spezia. So we must have beat Bologna 3-0 as well, and it's a really, really positive start to the season. But again, these are games really that you would expect us to be winning, so we've not really been tested as such yet. This is everything that has been going on. All the players that we've lost. You see the club captain Smalling there. Mickey's just gone. We've lost a whole heap of players. We're going to be looking really, really thin on the ground. We now don't have Mkhitaryan as well to be playing centre forward. So I guess the next experienced option is Pedro. We're going to train him into centre forward because why not? He's still here. Even if he can't deliver goals, then maybe we can use him to get assists for Zaniolo, for Perez, who's had a brilliant start to the season. Maybe he can strike up a bit of a relationship with Villar like Mayoral did last season, or Veritout even. We're just doing what we've got to do at the minute. Like I said, we're really, really short on options. And this is the season. I said it all along. After the first couple of transfer windows and players was going out and we can't replace them at the moment, we're now going to start to see a real increase in difficulty in this series, both on and off the pitch. And of course, for me, that's going to be highly stressful. For you guys, it's going to be more entertaining, I would imagine. But Bayern Munich are in our Champions League group. That wasn't really intentional to show that. I didn't even know it had been drawn yet. So, yeah, that's going to be difficult. We've got Napoli coming up as well. There might be a bit more needle there. The fact that Spinazzola chose not to go to them in the last hour of the transfer window. We'll have to wait and see how that develops. But yeah, for the start of the season, it's looked pretty good. The transfer window has been a really difficult one for us. Again, like I said, in the amount of players leaving. We're just going to have to see where we go from there, really. We're going to be getting into football soon enough. First 10 minutes has just been me rabbiting on, really. But I've missed doing this, guys. I wish I could do it more often. I wish I had more free time. But I suppose having to wait, I do just really genuinely appreciate it more when I can sit here and make these and just talk away to you guys and do my best to try and make these videos entertaining for you. You'll have just seen there briefly, there it is again. We've got £167 million that we can spend on developing this club now. Now, for those of you again who haven't been watching from the beginning, the scout screen there that you just saw, that represents areas of the club that we will try and open. And of course, this is what it is. It's just what it is. It's the youth academy. We've already got the cheapest scout, which for us is 50 million out of our transfer budget we bought last season. The middle one would be 100 million and the most expensive one would be 150 million. All of that comes out the transfer kitty, and it's the same with the scouts that you saw previous to that. What that means is the cheapest scout that you saw on the left means that we can only scout Italian players. That's in the youth academy. The middle one allows us to scout Italy and the rest of Europe. And the 150 million one means we can send our scouts wherever we like, basically. But as you can see at the moment, we only have the cheapest youth academy open. We didn't have any areas of the club open, which means that we are not able to scout or sign players from anywhere at the moment. And that's a little bit of an overview of what we're talking about here. So next up, we have got Parma. This could prove to be a bit more difficult than the Bologna and Spezia games, that is for sure. I didn't catch where Parma were in the league, if I'm being honest. We've got our other lineup that you'll have seen there as well. It's got all of the youth players in, so between games, even sacrificing at the moment, I know that it does this. The match sharpness and things of the first team, the guys that are playing the games, I know they're going to suffer for a bit, and we might suffer on the pitch from that as well. But we have to keep training our young players. That's what it's all about for us at the moment. So that's why that lineup is there. Parma game is approaching quickly now, and they're 10th in the league actually. Let's go and put our first team back out now. Perez, what's he want to say here? I know that you'll eventually be looking for a new right winger. I don't think that we will, Perez. I am more than happy with how you started this season. You have absolutely nothing to worry about there, lad. You're our best player at the moment, most informed player as well, I would say. Now, like I said, Parma 10th at the moment, so it's early doors. It's hard to say who we should be looking to beat and who we shouldn't. Pretty much with the first team, I think we should be beating Parma, especially given the fact that we're at home as well. But let's put the team together and see what we do eventually end up going with. Starting at the moment with Zaniolo. Still unconvinced with him at the moment, if I'm being honest, in any position that we've played him in so far. I'm starting to wonder whether he really does fit into this false nine. I mean, maybe we could try him at centre forward at some point if it doesn't work out with Pedro. Who knows, but let's put the team together. Like I said, you can see there what I was talking about us being really thin on the ground as well. That could really hurt us this season, you know. But we're going to put Guilani in instead of Zaniolo that I was just talking about. I think we probably will leave Pedro at centre forward. There's no way we're going to drop Perez. And then really the midfield three, that sort of picks itself, as we know by now. The defence, I'm definitely going to reward Spinazzola's loyalty and leave him in today. Don't really want to change Jesus or Mancini, if I'm being honest. Karsdorp's got that right back nailed down, and of course Lopez in goal. So in the end, we just make the one change really, and that's just because I'm so unconvinced by Zaniolo at the moment. As for Parma, there's going to be a lot of space down the sides by the looks of it again. So Guilani coming in needs to have a big game. Perez, I'm not too worried about. He's in such hot form at the moment. He could be a key player today. We'll see how Pedro gets on up front. Other than that, really, it is our strongest side. So, again, I think we should be winning this at home. But we'll see how it plays out. Right then guys, here we go. It's a rainy day today, but that's not going to dampen my spirits at all. I love when we get to play at home. I love this stadium. We need to be better at home than we was last season, but for me, I feel like this season is the season where we really set our benchmarks, because last season's kind of false in a way because of how much the team's changed and the state that we're in. That's a bad way of putting it, really, but the stage that we're at now is probably a better way of putting it. This is where we are now getting the older players gone, and we're starting to build from the ground up. So really, this is where we set our benchmarks, if you like, now. Against Parma, again at home, I think we should be beating these. We've only made the one change from the first 11. Again, I think the wide areas will be key today, because they're going to have so many bodies in the middle of the park. So this man here, Guilani, has got a lot of responsibility today. For me, we need to get Perez in the game as much as we possibly can. That's our key to victory today, especially the fact that I think the wide areas will be really important. It's going to be interesting to see how Pedro does as the centre forward. Parma themselves, they're coming into this game, they're 10th in the league, remember, but it is early doors, like I said. Their first two games, they beat Torino 2-0. I believe that was a home game for them. And then they lost to Juventus 3-0, which, let's face it, there's no disgrace in that. I think we'll probably lose to Juventus this season. I think there's a good chance we lose to both the Milan clubs, and as much as it hurts me to say it, probably Napoli this season as well. So yeah, these kind of games here, they're really important to us. And speaking of Juventus, that's a huge signing for them. Wan-Bissaka in this game is a brilliant right back. I do play seasons online sometimes for a bit of fun, and being a United fan, obviously I do use United. Wan-Bissaka is somebody that I'm really high on, not so much going forward, but defensively he's so solid. But yeah, let's get back into this, because Guilani here has got room now. He's made a brilliant run, actually, undetected as well. Ref? No? Okay. Villar, blocked. Of course it's blocked. Guilani, I thought, may have been fouled there, but the ref did not see it that way, and oh dear. Oh, well done. Well done, Diawara, as well. Can we not get Perez in there? Apparently not. We go with Pedro, but we've still got the ball, and this still looks okay. He's Verret out now. Oh, save from the keeper. I thought Verret might have been able to swing that one in, you know. Get a better look at it here. It's a decent save. It's a bit too close to the keeper in the end. It never really started outside of the posts, which is probably what you want from there. Here comes the corner though. Pedro whips one in. It's decent. We win the header as well, but it doesn't even hit the target. Here's another look at that now. Mancini gets up well, gets decent contact on it as well, but just can't keep it on target. It's been a decent 20 minutes from us though. Here we come again now, down the right hand side. Perez doing his thing, trying to twist his defender in and out. Defender's having none of it. Surely this time, referee. He has give it this time as well. It's a yellow card. I suppose that's fair. We was running away from the goal and there was other defenders around, so fair enough there. But this is a big moment for us in this game, guys. It's Perez the provider this time. Do we let him take it, considering he is our most prolific informed player at the moment? It looks like Verret's going to pull rank here, being the captain. Putting pressure on himself, really, to deliver here as well, if he's not going to let Perez take it. Going to go for that bottom left. He slams it home. Yes, Verret out. Oh, we needed that, because we've played well. I'm pretty contented is probably the word with the performance at the moment, but we were struggling to find that clear look at goal. We've been handed a little bit of a break there. Verret's delivered. He's absolutely smashed that into the corner. It's a great penalty. And now we've got the goal. Now we can relax just that little bit more, and it's the captain that steps up and delivers for us in this one. His first goal of the season, so he's off the mark. I'm hoping he can get a few more goals this season. He has the talent to do so, and we're definitely going to need it without the likes of Mayoral. We need everyone chipping in on the goals this season. But what we don't want to be doing is conceding straight from kick-off. What it looked like we could potentially do there, and still it looks like we could potentially end up doing. Oh, we've missed another tackle. Oh, this does not look good. It's a great save from Lopez. Oh, that was close. We were missing tackles. We were pulled out of shape. That was really not a good moment. But if we can just have a little bout of... Okay, maybe we can't have a little bout of possession then. That was nice from Palmer. Coming down the wing again. Nobody near the guy with the ball. What on earth has happened to us since that penalty's gone in? There's a weird player switch there. I don't really understand what went on there. He's not going to cross this though by the looks of it. And in the end, after all that, he ends up losing the ball, which is great for us. Can we just have a bout of possession now? Maybe just see it through till half time if we can't add to the lead, that is. Karsdorp's trying to get forward here. Spins back. I'm not mad at that at all. We've only got 5 minutes till the break, so maybe let's just see this out till half time now, and then out some words from the manager at half time. Come out again, see what we can do from there. Spinazzola could have whipped that one in, but this time we check back and don't cross it in. I see a run on the edge of the box here from Villar. He was very, very nearly picked out there by Varatao. It was unlucky actually, and the ball ends up all the way back to their goalkeeper, who just kicks that one out. And now they're going to try and get down our left hand side, but I don't think they're going to have time, to be honest. And it's a rubbish pass anyway, and that probably will end the half. And we're going at the break 1-0 up, having played fairly well, I feel anyway. We needed a penalty to unlock the game, but you know what? We got it, we took it, we're 1-0 up. We've not really looked in any danger as such, so yeah, pretty content at the moment. We're just past the hour mark now, guys. It's pretty clear to see what the manager has said at half time, and that is just to defend with the ball. We've been a lot more safe in this half. We've controlled territory. We're not looking that creative at the moment, but as I say, that Perez hits one, but it's nowhere near the goal, and you see the frustration from the manager there. Yeah, it was always rising, wasn't it? It was worth a shot, don't get me wrong, but it's time to change things up, I feel now. Pedro is going to come off. We need to get some young legs on, like I've been saying all along. Gilani, I was going to bring Guidi on for him, but I don't know now, you know. D'Angelo, we're going to try him again in Villar's position. And Carbone is going to come on at the back, because, to be honest, guys, at the moment, we're not having to do much defending. So this is probably a comfortable game for him to come into. Mancini the same, there's not as much pressure because we're already leading. And D'Angelo, I just want to keep... I'm a bit undecided. He's the only reason I say I want him to be Villar's sub, which is exactly what he's doing now, is because really we don't have anyone else at the moment. And I just want to see, can he do what Villar does there. The only way to know, do I like using him there, really, is to just keep putting him there and try and get used to what's going on. So, that being said, that's the changes. We can't make any more now. This is going to be the team till the end of the game. Let's see if we can either hold on to this 1-0 win and collect another 3 points, or whether we can go and add to it and make the end of this game just that little bit more comfortable. And guys, it has been anything but at the moment. You've seen us on the attack now. Perez, there it is. It is 2-0. And that is a huge moment, because since we've made the changes, I'm not going to lie, Palmer have been coming back into this game. There's still been nothing to show, really. It's just the ball's been in our half rather than theirs. It's been a game of few chances, really, but that from Perez once again this season, that's a man who is in form, full of confidence. He just hits across that first time, and that is relief, guys, from the manager there, as much as it's joy, I think, because that now should see us pick up another 3 points today. We should win from here, definitely. Parma, like I said, leading up to that, we're having a little spell in the game, so it's going to be interesting now to see what happens at the end. Does that knock the stuffing out of them? Can we go and get another one maybe? I don't feel like we deserved 3-0 winners. I think 2, to be fair, is quite fair. Parma haven't really contributed to this game in terms of having shots on goal, creating chances. They've had a bit more of the ball, but it's been pretty pointless possession like what you're seeing now. Carbone did well before he went out there, by the way, to get a little challenge in. Spinazzola's done pretty badly there, actually. That is very unlike him, and this could lead to a chance for Parma here. Diawara misses his challenge. Carbone stands up really well, and he brings that away nicely as well. We could release Gilani here. We could release Perez as well. We go with Gilani. Is he going to finish it? He is, you know. It's 3-0. That is a little bit unfair on Parma, but I'm really happy for Gilani there. Mancini's come on, got himself an assist as well. Carbone starts all that by winning the ball back, popping it off into midfield. From there, we've got options left and right. Mancini picks the right option, showing good maturity there. And it is good. It's a good finish, that. Really composed from Gilani. And that is another probably 3-0 win this season. I mean, we could get another one yet, or they could go and score as well. But it looks all the world like it's going to be another 3-0 win for us today at home. And again, against a team that you probably would say that we should be beating. I thought it would be a little bit more of a test than it has been, I'm not going to lie. We're building some nice momentum here, is what I would say, guys. So when we do come to face these big teams, if we can hold on to this momentum, results breed that momentum, that breeds confidence, and at the moment, I'm got to say, I'm really impressed with our start to the season. That was a really comfortable win in the end. 3-0, a little bit flattering, not too much though. I did say 2-0 was probably fair, but so happy for Gilani. It was another good display from Perez today. That's another positive. Mancini's come on for the last 25-30 minutes. He's got himself an assist. So he's making impacts from the bench, which is great. Not too sure about Pedro as a centre forward. That's one thing that is either going to take time or needs to be looked at. Other than that, I'm really, really happy with what I've just seen. And speaking of seeing, what you're seeing now clearly is the start of our Champions League campaign. Our first game, well, technically it's not our first game in Europe because of the Super Cup, but yeah, before we get into it though, this is now what the league looks like. We're actually the only team that's played our third game at the moment. All 3 games, 3-0 wins, 9 goals for, none against, maximum points. We couldn't have asked for a better start to the season. Now we're looking at Europe. It's a good time to just say that, to me, it does not matter how we do in the Champions League this season. I know that sounds crazy, but the priority and the lack of squad depth, realistically, to keep this club progressing and pushing forward, the main aim has got to be, as it was last season, is getting back into Europe again next season. So it's going to be great playing in the Champions League for me personally, because I do like Scottish football. I'm really looking forward to playing the game against Celtic. Again, the game against Bayern, that's going to be entertaining, stressful but entertaining, but just more personal preference. I'm really looking forward to the Celtic game. We're going to go ahead and change the manager because it is the Champions League. We're going to put him in some shirt and tie. I think it only seems right, even though we don't typically do well when we put the old shirt and tie on. I don't know why, but that's something that I picked up on last season. But how can we not, right? It's the biggest European club competition in the world, so we've got to look the part. But yeah, the main aim for us getting back on track is again qualifying to play in either the Europa League or the Champions League again next season. So let's just enjoy these 6 games. Let's go on this adventure, the group phase games. Let's see where they take us. Can we reach the later stages of the Champions League? Probably not really. I don't know. If they'd have asked me this in the next game after we've played against Braga, we're going to have a much clearer, for me personally, understanding of where we are in this group. I do fancy us against Celtic. I really don't know what to expect against Braga here, and I fully expect we'll probably get beaten by Bayern. So this is a hugely important game. If we can beat Braga, then there's a chance, just maybe an outside chance, we can finish the group in second and get to the round of 16. But after that, really, I don't know. But can Braga get the better of us today? We have to respect them. I don't know enough about them to say whether we should be beating them or not, basically. And a lot of it is going to depend on our lineup as well, because I can tell you guys, in all honesty, if I had the technology that I would like to be able to record these live, I can honestly sit here and tell you now that I would put all of the kids out in this game. I know, crazy, right? Champions League, but I would. And I would be saving our first team players for the next Serie A game. So that's where I'm at now, but let's see what unfolds and what we decide to do, or what we decided to do when I actually was playing these games and recording them. Interesting lineup from them, going with the 3-4-3. You don't see that very often. It's gonna be hard to say what happens in this one. I can't call it. I'm looking at that formation and I'm like, where can we hurt them? Probably in transition, but with Pedro and Zaniolo now, we're even less of a counter-attacking threat than we were before. So yeah, while I'm looking across at them, I don't know where we're going to hurt them. But for us, let's see what it is actually that we decide to do with the lineup. We've got Guidi coming in, our left wing. Gilan is going to move over to the right wing, so it looks like that we are going to indeed change this team around and put the kids in. Salvatore's going to come in as centre forward. Pellegrini's going to get himself a game today. Cristante will come in. I probably would leave Villar in, I reckon. I don't know if I did that at the time. Just so there's still only him that can get up and down the pitch like he does at the club at the minute, so it wouldn't make much sense to drop him. As for the back line, I think maybe we'll put Santon. Carbone may be out at left back, which is still his registered position at the moment. Although he did have a good game off the bench at left centre back, I did like him there. We've got Jesus going to take the armband today by the looks of it. Not mad at that. We'll stick with Mancini as well, who's up to a 79 now. And yeah, let's see how we get on. That's the lineup. Still not 100% sure, because we don't come up against this formation often, where we are actually going to hurt these guys today. But it's our first Champions League game, guys. I'm really, really excited for it. The kids, well, let's see what they can do. They're being thrown in at the very deep end, really. I did just say, and I've not changed my view on that, in terms of this competition and how far we go. This is a huge game. So we're chucking them in and giving them a lot of responsibility if they want the extra games in Europe. because I do imagine they'll probably play most of the group games. Then it's up to them to go out and deliver the result, really. So here we go then. Salvatore's going to get it kicked off in our very first Champions League game. Of course, we were in the Europa League last season, so we are making our bow today. Let's just... hopes for this game is that we don't get completely and utterly just bashed. It's a possibility, to be fair, with the lineup that we've gone with. Having said that though, Pellegrini and Cristante are not bad subs to bring in. Neither is Santon here. We still do have Mancini and Jesus and Lopez as the centre of our defence and goalkeeper. Carbone is capable. So really, defensively we should be alright. It's just, can we go out with Guidi, with Galani and with Salvatore? Can we get ourselves the goal is probably the bigger question. But from a defensive point of view, we've still got a pretty solid base to build on, basically. Oh, the ball into Salvatore there was really, really poor from Villar. And we could be in trouble here, because look at the numbers these have got forward already. Thankfully there was the offside flag there, and that could just be a little... oh, his pace really is all that's took him off there. What was I just gonna say? I've completely forgot. Well done, Rich. Yeah, it's about whether we can get goals today. But yeah, that was what I was going to say. That could be a little snapshot for them. We're going to have to try and be patient and try and work out their system. But in transition, they flooded so many players forward quickly there. I've got a feeling that these are going to sit back, which I suppose you would do in a European game away from home. And they're going to flood players forward when they turn the ball over. Salvatore's taking way too many touches there, really. Villar's done pretty well, though. Oh, nice into Gilani. He's moved that on. I thought he might have shot. We've done so well to keep that, and then in the end, the shot's down the keeper's throat. But it's been a decent 20 minutes from us. Again, we're going to have to be patient, guys, at the moment with the lineup that we've got out. It may not be the most exciting of games, I get that, but this is a huge journey that we're on in this career mode. I did say that it wouldn't be to everyone's taste. I just wanted to try and do something a bit different to what I watch myself and what I've seen others doing. But yeah, it's going to turn out games where we put teams like this out and we might not create 9, 10, 11, 12 chances a game. But if we can get the results and keep the big games coming, then it is going to help speed up the process a little bit. But yeah, here we go now. Wim Court out of position. Santon, sorry, not Karsdorp, is right out of position. But Villar, that is why I did not want to drop him today. He's broke his neck to get back there. He stopped the cross coming in, and we get to build from that now. He's Guidi. Salvatore's making a run, if nothing else. I thought it might have stretched the defence. They were a bit wise to that, though. Can he make another run now? He can, you know. Go on, Salvatore. Go on, lad. Oh, he has as well. He only has gone and done it as well. Oh, wow. I didn't see that ending in a goal. Our Champions League, very first Champions League scorer is D'Angelo. It's Salvatore D'Angelo. He made one run in behind to try and stretch the defence. They were wise to it. He makes a second run, gets himself in behind this time, receives the ball. The movement with the ball was really, really clever because he ran across his defender. So at that point, all he can do is trip him up. The finish weren't the best in the world, but you know what, guys? It does not matter. That's his first goal in the Champions League, on his debut in the Champions League. And we are 1-0 up, and what was a pretty decent start to the game has just flipped and turned into a really, really good one for us. And Braga now finding themselves with a little bit of work to do. I only just mentioned as well, so that first goal could actually be even more huge, because I literally only just mentioned that defensively I think we'll probably be alright. That's where most of our experienced players are. Here's Gilani in behind now. Oh my life, we're 2-0 up in just over half an hour. We have given them the left-right combination there for sure. And Galani again scored the weekend. He scored again today. What a start to the season this guy's having. And Zaniolo, are you watching? Because your first team berth could be under real pressure here at the moment. I mean, that is some finish. And like I said, he scored at the weekend. On the other side, on Zaniolo's side, he scored tonight in a big game. This guy has the potential to be really special, I think. He really does, and I am actually legitimately blown away at the fact that we are 2-0 up in our first ever Champions League game. Wow, and literally, you've seen, guys, I've cut nothing out. I'm watching this game along with you at the moment. And yeah, I'm just in complete shock. Good shock though. Need to refocus now though. We've got Jesus going out to meet his man there. Oh, he's won that beautifully as well. Pellegrini steps away from those two midfielders rather easily there, and that Salvatore's just on there. I like to see that. He turned back and he's held up the play, and now we've got players up the pitch with him. Very intelligent for such a young player. He is Pellegrini now. He's always good for a goal, but it was a poor ball in the end. Oh, look at that work rates from Salvatore as well. Really unlucky not to keep that. We'll keep this rolling till half time now. They're trying that long diagonal again, and they've got it wrong again. And at the moment, guys, we've got to say, we're looking really decent. We're looking really comfortable in this game. We've not really been under any pressure at all. He's Santon now. Galani makes a little move away from his defender. Decent ball there from Salvatore again. Just bringing Pellegrini into the game. Villano, again, he's passing today, you know, in this game. It's not been brilliant, has it? Here we go now. Let's get this back with Santon. We have as well, you know. Braga, at the moment, that is half-time as well. They've just not been able to put a glove on us. I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. Here is Villano. His passing percentage is actually 86%. So really, I've probably just picked out the two that he's got wrong, which is a bit harsh, I suppose. But yeah, all in all, 2-0 up, looking comfortable. It's going well at the moment. So 70 minutes in pretty much now as we get a free kick here. We decide to make some changes. There's not been a lot gone on in this second half, guys, I'm not going to lie. We're going to bring Villar off now just for freshness sakes. And to be honest, it's the only change really that I want to make. Pellegrini, Cristant, they are rotation players, and they're in a rotation at the moment, so yeah, the only other area I might have looked at would have been centre back, but there's no one really we can bring on, so yeah, just the one change for us. See what Pellegrini can do. I mean, this is a long way out, and yeah, maybe I should have cut that out, right? Oh wow. But yeah, we're still in really good control of this game. I don't feel like Braga are going to score past us, but then it only takes a second, right? So let's not get carried away at the moment. But you see with this play pattern here, we've decided to come out in the second half, as we did against Parma at the weekend, and just really control the game. If we've got the ball, then Braga can't hurt us. Oh, well done, Guidi there. Good work rates. And yeah, it's been difficult, of course, because of the players being so young up top to hold on to the ball as much as I'd like to. Oh, Pellegrini. That's unlucky. But yeah, we've done a really good job of keeping the ball in the right areas. And it's just kept the pressure off us, really. I think that's been the plan. That must have been what was said at half-time. We've been, again, I suppose, safer is what I'm trying to say. There's been no need to risk anything, really. We got our goals in the first half. And, again, all in all, I'm just really happy with the display at the moment. I think we've had a shockingly good start to the season. We're still yet to concede a goal, like I said, in Serie A. It looks like we might get a clean sheet in our first Champions League game as well, but there's still time. And yeah, it's the performances in general. We started this season the way we started the last season. In the games that we've played so far in Serie A and tonight, we've dominated a large part of the game's possession, which is neutralising the opposition, creating chances against us, hence all of the clean sheets, but we are creating chances ourselves. And to my surprise, I was worried about the amount of goals we might be able to get this season, but we've scored more at the beginning of this season than we did last season, so at the moment, let's just enjoy it, right, while it's going so well, as we've only got 5 minutes left in this one now. This is what I've cut out most of the second half for, guys. This has been the pattern of the game. Just in front to Braga, it's slow, it's ponderous, but it's for a good reason at the moment. I mean, even if they were to get one now, yes, it would of course be disappointing. They don't deserve a goal, to be honest. They've not contributed anything in an attacking sense to the game. But that's why we're being safe. That's why we're playing the way that we're playing in front of them. Just to keep them away from our goal, basically. And we've done it really, really well. I'm really impressed once again. From what was worrying, I'm actually starting to watch, while I'm watching these back with you, get a lot of confidence for when we start again, because this will be the last video in this batch, by the way. So anything that you do want to comment on about things that you do want to see, you don't want to see, even any questions that you want to ask about the series, you know, use the comments box, and hopefully you might not see them in the next batch. I don't know how many I'm going to record, because it's 7 o'clock at night now as I'm making this, so yeah, I don't think there'll be anything recorded today, so it depends on when this goes out, really. I would love to be able just to record things live like the other guys do, just so it could be a bit more interactive for you guys, but we'll get there. Let's just enjoy the journey at the moment. Again, as far as that game goes, really happy with the performance, really happy with the result, unexpected result as well, I must say that. Up next though, we have Napoli. As you can see though, in the Champions League at the moment, Bayern beat Celtic 2-0 as well. So joint first in the group at the moment. Our next game in the Champions League will be against Bayern. But I actually feel pretty confident, you know, that we can probably finish second in that group after that game. But it is only one game, so I shouldn't get carried away just at the moment. Pedro now has learned centre forward, which is good to see. Maybe that'll improve his performance in that position. Carbone, he's really happy that he just got a run out in the Champions League. Again, that's positive, and he did have a good game as well. He also had a good game off the bench against Parma, so I'm really happy with how he's coming on at the moment. Same with Gilani, Mancini, Salvatore scored in that Champions League game as well. So the youngsters are really showing out at the moment, which is a great thing for us, because for the time being, that's going to be what this club looks like. But for me, what we're going to be facing now is our first real test in the league. As we have Napoli, as I said earlier. This is by far the biggest side that we faced at the moment. It's a side that we struggled against last season as well. So, yes, this is going to be extremely difficult. They've not had the best start to the season by the looks of it. They're down in 7th. But that doesn't seem to matter. For whatever reason, when they play against us, they seem to just really show up. But we'll see what we can do. We've got to go into it with confidence. We've had a perfect start, really, except for the Super Copper against Inter. Everything else has gone pretty swimmingly, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we've got a lot of momentum behind us at the moment. Clean sheets everywhere, scoring a lot of goals. So yeah, let's see, let's find out. So yes, big game here as Napoli warm up. Coming into this game, interestingly enough, Napoli have beaten Torino away. They've lost to Juve as well at home, and they beat Lazio away. So if that pattern repeats again, that's looking quite positive for us today. Their lineup, they've gone with Dries Mertens, Insigne, Promise, Lozano, Zielinski, Manolas is in there, Jonathan Tah's in there. Yeah, they've gone really strong, as you would expect. I'm not sure whether they're actually in Europe or not. For us, we've gone back to our strongest, as you would expect. We got Zaniolo out on the left. We got Pedro at centre forward today. Perez comes back in, of course, as well. Veritaut takes back over the armband. Other midfielders, of course, are our first choice. We got Diawara and Villar in there. Spinazzola comes back in at left back. Jesus is back alongside Mancini. We've got Karsdorp coming back in, and as you can see, we've just made a small tactical adjustment now before we kick off. And yeah, let's see how we get on. I've mentioned how Napoli have got on. We should be coming into this pretty confident. We've got our 3 wins, our 3-3-0 wins. So yeah, I'm very interested. I mentioned that the games against Napoli, the games against both the Milan clubs, Inter and AC, and the games against Juventus, possibly Lazio as well, with it being a derby, are games that I think we're going to struggle in more than we did last season. So this is going to be huge for us. And wow, Lozano, man, just over 5 minutes gone and we're 1-0 down already. There goes that confidence. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, just nobody got anywhere near him, and he's leathered that home. So we're not gonna be getting a clean sheet in this one then. Maybe it's because we've still got the shirt and tie on. No, that's not funny, Rich. We're losing now, 1-0, 6 minutes in. Now, our first big game of the season was that one against Inter Milan, and I think we got battered 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, something like that in that game. And we've conceded early in our first big game of the league season as well. Oh dear, can we turn this around? And if so, how? He's Pedro now, registered as a centre forward now, remember. That comes to nothing as well. Yeah, this is going to be really hard, guys. This really hard. Lozano could cause us all kinds of problems today. He's so sharp, so quick, but all over the pitch they're just so strong. There can't be too many excuses though, if any, really. We've got our strongest 11 out there, and yeah, we've done well with that this season. If we can't, like, if we'd have played all the kids, then fair enough, like we did against Braga just, but this is our strongest. We can't go out any stronger than this. That's a good bit of play by Villar there. We need a run from Pedro now, but having Pedro there now, he's not going to run away from any defenders, so we do have to play a bit more patient, a bit more different. Zaniolo's done really well, but in the end keeper's come out and smothered it. That was promising from Zani there though. I did mention that his place could really, genuinely be under threat from the start to the season that Gilani's had at the moment. But here come Napoli again with Mertens. That is an absolute peach of a ball there. Oh, look at this. Man. If Zielinski volleys that, we're in big trouble there. Thankfully he went with a header. Clever little ball there from Diawara, just to the side of the defender. Good run being made by Villar. He's still not been picked out yet. He's made 2 or 3 good runs there. He's been picked out now. Oh, he's finished it as well. He's finished it as well. He deserved that off the ball there. He made 3 different runs before he receives it. Takes his time. I thought he might slot it back inside, but no. He's off the mark. Yes, Villar. That is huge, huge, huge. A little bit of confidence and optimism comes back here. I thought he might just touch it off to Pedro, I believe it is, who got the assist in the end. But he's confident enough to take that on himself. He did start banging in goals on a regular occurrence at the end of last season. Good to see him back on the score sheet again today. I believe that is his first. Yes, it is. He's first of Serie A. Hopefully first of many. More importantly than that, though, we're back in the game at the moment. So their lead lasted about 20 minutes. They still look very dangerous. They could have added to that. And really and truly, if we're being honest, that's the first chance we've created. Thankfully, we've taken it. And things are all level. And hopefully, we can go on from there. Because it has been another really good start by Napoli against us. Look at this here, just back and forth. They've ripped the defence apart there with that. In the end, Mancini does really well to stand up. He cut off all the passing lanes there and ends up coming away with the ball. He's Verret out now. Zaniolo wanted it, but he was offside. Villar's going to make another run here. To be fair, Pedro did try and pick him out. He couldn't manage it though. And again, Napoli come away with the ball. And their play patterns, they're so quick. So quick. They all obviously know what each other's doing. They're really well drilled by the looks of it. Just look at the amount of bodies that's off target, and 10 minutes guys to go till half time. Now we're actually at the hour point of this game. It has been a really tight affair in this second half. A lot of the ball has just been stuck in the midfield. At the moment, no, Napoli look like they want to change that. Oh dear, I don't feel good about this. Oh my life. Why always Napoli? It's Mertens this time. We couldn't get near the ball. It's the first time really in this half that either side has managed to get out of the midfield battle. Just again, couldn't get anywhere near anyone. And once he's played that ball, Mertens is wide open in the box, which is never a good sign. Didn't even look where the net was, he just knew, and he's banged that one in. First time finish. Fair play to Napoli. It feels a bit harsh actually, this one. They did have a good first half, but in the second neither side's been any better than the other. But we find ourselves down again, and now you have to wonder what we're going to do, because we've not looked like a side really that truly believes that we're going to go ahead and score another goal. So a lot of this half has been based on us keeping the ball, keeping our shape and looking not to concede again. Gonna have to change that now, and that could leave us very, very exposed. He's Zaniolo. Back into Diawara. Villar moves it forward to Pedro now, but he doesn't really have anyone anywhere giving him support. And Napoli just chip it out again. And that's been a really useful ball for them, the little chip into... I'm not sure what the guy's name is, but he's running into the box now. Yeah, they've managed to get out with that every single time. Is that their throw as well? It is. 15 minutes to go. Thank the Lord Lozano's coming off. Bardi's come on. I would much rather play against him than Lozano though. Here goes Villar now. Referee. Really, ref? How was that not a foul? He's Mertens now. Here is Bardi. Watch him score past me now. What I just said about rather playing against Lozano. It's Mertens again. Just shuffling along with the ball. We just can't get it off him when he does that. We've come away with it though this time. Here's Diawara. We need a run from Pedro now. We need, at times like this, we need someone who's going to break in behind. Maybe, oh, come on, Zaniolo. Good first touch to get it out the feet, but no, the keeper saved it. That was our chance. There might not be too many more because this clock is running down now. That's a big moment in this game. And Zaniolo, unfortunately, couldn't deliver the finish. It's a good save from the keeper, but Zaniolo's got to be scoring from there. Here's Lobotka now, or Lobotka, however you say that. That's offside. Ah, it's promised that they've been chipping the ball into. Okay. He's had a really solid game for them. I felt that pass coming, so it was really well stepped up actually. Lobotka's off now. I'm not sure who's coming on for them. Dem's come on for him. Oh, we've lost it in midfield once again. Really sloppy play that. I think we're trying to force it a little bit too much maybe now. And yeah, it's not looking good. Can Zaniolo get away? He's offside now. Oh, Veretouch run past as well. It slowed this attack right down. Here's Villar. Pedro. Villar trying to make a run, but he's being blocked off. We're being really patient here. Oh, what a ball that is. Oh, Veretouch rescued us. Oh, wow. I'm really impressed with that goal, to be fair, because it looked like the chance had gone a few times, but we were just so patient there. Found the opening in the end. It's another assist for Pedro today. He's had a good game, actually, up top. I did mention that I don't think he'll get us a lot of goals, but maybe he could help Zaniolo, Perez, Villar, Veretout. Well, he's done that today. He's assisted Villar and assisted Veretout. And we, I think, have just rescued a point. I don't think they're going to have time to attack now. And this would be a big point. We might actually be able to get on the attack ourselves, but we're going to have to move this forward quickly. Here is Veretout now. Oh, Zaniolo losing the ball again there. But wow, in the context of the game, I will take that point. It was always going to be a difficult ask today. I did say that, to try and dominate a game against these. We've not really managed to do that at all. We've probably had three good looks at goal today with that Zaniolo effort as well. We stuck 2 away. Very positive there. Would I have taken a point before this game? Yes, is the answer. So I'm not too disheartened with that. History's repeated itself again. It is Napoli that take off us our first points of the season. But we've come away from here today without a loss. I'll just let this play through while I'm talking about it. Yeah, we've come away without a loss. It's away from home as well, so that makes it an even bigger point. And we remain undefeated, so that's positive as well. Here's the Villar goal, assisted by Pedro. That's a good sign. If him and Pedro can get on the same page, we saw how with Mayoral that helped us get a lot of goals last season. This was unlucky from them. He's hit across it a little bit too much and it's just spun away from the goal in the end. But yeah, in terms of what we've managed today, I'm really impressed with our showing again. We've had to really work hard and fight for it today. We've gone right till the last minute in order to get our goal pretty much, so that's another positive trait from us. And at the moment, considering where we are as a club, I think that we're in really good shape. In terms of gameplay today, football wise, I think this will be the last action. We're already over an hour into this editing session now, so I don't want it to drag on too much longer. But yeah, I am really happy with that point. And in the end, guys, that is actually going to be the last little bit of action in this episode. I've lost a little bit that I recorded after this, so again, I can only apologise about that. I hope you've all enjoyed it though, and I hope you'll all be back for the next one. Until that comes out though, enjoy the rest of your day guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.